Yo, what's good, everyone? My name is Bastion, aka Honcho Mindset, for another episode of Beyond Your Beliefs. Guys, welcome back to episode 9 now of this year. That's beautiful. Season 2 has now 9 episodes. So I appreciate you guys for coming back every week to learn, grow, and listen. Thank you guys for your appreciation, your comments. Guys, we hear you guys. Thank you so much. So today's going to be more of a solo episode. Mine and Matthew's schedules did not align this week, so we're running it up solo today. But nevertheless, we want to continue off the topics that we've been feeding off of. So our topics have been fear. Okay, fear has been the main topic for this past few weeks, and it's a really important topic because I feel like we all feel fear. Okay, like we all in some ways feel fear. So what does that mean though? What does feeling fear mean to you? Why do we feel fear? Why do we tend to be on a safety guard, right? Like we drop this wall right in front of us to protect ourselves from feeling fear. Okay, so now let's look at fear. We feel fear when we are looking to avoid loss or death. Okay, so mainly loss, right? So when we are feeling a sense of a loss coming up, our body and our subconscious will treat that as a safety mechanism. And so what we do is we drop these safety walls on us. We may push people away, keeping my arm's distance. We may push projects away and keeping my arm's distance or at view's distance, so that way we don't have to get close to it, and therefore we don't have to be hurt or lose from it. And so there's nothing wrong with this. So here's the two ways that I personally look at fear. There's positive fear and then there's negative fear. Okay, I see life as indicators. Okay, every happening in my life has been an indicator to point me towards either something better, different, or another path that I may be leading on the wrong one, or I may be leading towards the right one, and the challenges prove that, or the challenges are directing me towards something else. And so I take life as an indicator. Every experience is an indication towards something else, something bigger. And so what I wanted to talk to you guys about and show you guys is that fear doesn't necessarily always have to be a negative thing. That's just our relationship with fear. Our relationship with fear currently is, man, like I don't want to experience this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel scared. But here's the thing. It's like, why do we go on roller coasters? Why are amusement parks so big, right, around the world? It's because of fear. What does fear bring you? It's a sense of excitement. So now you could look at it, fear, in two ways. You can either turn your fear into excitement or turn your excitement into a fear. And it could go either way here. So now for me, tricks that I do to get me out of a fearful state of mind. Okay, and this works really well. I am a day trader, so when I trade in the mornings and risk my capital, of course I felt and feel continuously some level of fear. But I wanted to share with you guys this quote that I've read. Okay, it's dive into your fear. Okay, face it, embrace it. Make friends with your fear. This doesn't mean that fear will no longer have you. It will mean that fear. Okay. Let me restart the quote. Okay. Dive deep into your fear. Face it, embrace it, make friends with it. This doesn't mean you will no longer have fear. It means fear will no longer have you. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because it's so true. It's because a lot of us allow the fear to consume us to the point where fear has a hold of us, but we can get a hold of it. And how do we do that? It's by something that whenever you're afraid of something, just remember this one thing. You are not afraid. Okay, watch your words really carefully because that's the programming that we give to our subconscious mind. So, our programming, we're going to rewire our programming or rephrase it. Okay, and instead of saying or dictating that we are afraid, that I am afraid, we're going to change that to I feel afraid. Because then we take the power away from fear and we no longer become it. We just are aware of it. Okay, so being aware of it and being fear are two very separate things, because being fear, you may not be able to control certain things because of your fearful state of mind, but being aware that their fear is present and that you are able to do something with that, use it as an indicator. Let me show you guys an example of an indicator. Whenever you're at home, and I'm sure you guys have experienced a fire alarm going off, okay? So whenever the fire alarm goes off, your attention, okay, your attention goes directly to it. That indicator, that fear, did its job. It got your attention. You're going over there. You're gonna check the situation. You're gonna assess whether this is an emergency, whether we need to get the family out, whether this is just an incident or a mistake. Okay, but that signal, that indicator in life, that experience did its job. See, fear in this case was a very good thing. Now let's say we get in a fight with our significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and you're afraid of losing them. Okay, so you're afraid of losing them, so then you become the fear. But instead of dealing with it, what do a lot of people do in their relationships? They shove that argument aside. It's like putting that fear aside. It's not that it's no longer there. That's what most people do with their fear, is they try to push it aside. Because if they don't see it or feel it, it's not there. But the reality of it is, if you do not face your fears and you shove them aside, or you try to avoid them, like in a relationship, they will eventually come up and haunt you like a ghost, right? These fears are like ghosts. They linger around until you face them and you are able to come up front with them. And these past ghosts, right? These past experiences, this is what haunts a lot of people, okay, is being in the past or living in the future and not being in the now. Okay, so now bringing ourselves to the now, being aware of our fear. Okay, I'm aware of my fear of being of this argument, of this, or the fire alarm. I'm aware of it. So now use that indicator and you say, how is this making me feel? Why is it making me feel that way? And what can I do about it right now? Okay, understanding that you're not mad at anyone or anything. You're just afraid. And we're so used to shoving that fear aside that we're not used to handling it with love and care. And therefore, when we come across life, for example, into a day trading industry and attempt to apply the same concepts of shoving fear aside, because out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, it truly does not work, because fear will come back at the moments that you least expect it, or the moments that you most expect it, and it will take over if you're not used to facing it, being aware of it, and utilizing it to your advantage. If you have a fear of making a business decision, why are you fearful? What's in your control? And only focus on what you're in control of. And I promise you, you guys will have a much, much better time dealing with your fears, dealing with situations. Just remember, do not shove something aside, because at the end of the day, we need to face it, embrace it, make friends with it, be aware of your fear. This does not mean that you will no longer have fear. It just means that fear will no longer have a hold of you. And that's the biggest thing. We must learn to just feel fear without letting it get a hold of us, okay? Fear is just a sensation in our body. We can feel it, but we should not become it. We are not afraid. We feel afraid. Just let it come when it comes and let it go when it goes. And a good practice of letting go is meditation. When you practice meditation, focus on your breathing, and all I want you guys to do is look at your mind as a crossroad, as a really busy freeway or highway, okay, really busy road, and you're at one of the end of the roads, one of the sides of the roads, looking at the other side, like if you're gonna cross, but instead you're gonna stay still, and you're gonna look at all the cars pass by, and each one of these vehicles that passes by is a thought that you have in your mind. This is your mind. This busy road is your mind. And what you want to do, what your goal is, to acknowledge these thoughts, no matter how big, small, bright, dark they may be, acknowledge them, and then practice the fact of letting them go by, because they have another destination. You're just a stop, and they have another destination that they must get to. And so bringing that level of awareness to your thoughts and being able to let go of them and let them pass through, because that's all our thoughts are. We are not our emotions. We are not our thoughts. We are what we control. We are the person that we can control. We are the person that we train to be. And so take these small moments, these small practices to your advantage. I'm going to log out now, but love you guys. I will see you guys on the next recording next week. And yeah, clap easy, trade responsibly, guys. If you are trading, make great business decisions. I appreciate you guys for coming back every single day, every single week. You guys, if you guys ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach me at Honcho Mindset on Instagram or Telegram. Guys, love you guys. I appreciate you guys' time so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.